Is it a waste of your money? City News tonight has learned that the Ford government is buying millions more cloth masks for students in Ontario schools. It's a move being criticized by some doctors who say the level of protection is just far too low against COVID-19. Now, City News has viewed the tender request for the masks. It does not require them to be made out of any specific fabric. The government only states that the masks be made of 3 layers and, quote, must appear to be closely woven. And that's not sitting well with some experts and critics.
There are better options out there that filter much better than the cloth masks. Those will probably only give you maybe 20-30% filtering. If you take a much better mask that our friends in East Asia are using, like this this kind of N95 type mask, you can get much better quality, and that's the kind they should be buying.
There is a high risk that the government is about to spend money on masks that won't be that useful. After 2.5 years of pandemic, there is a lot of data that support what kind of masks are useful and others that are not that useful. So if they're going to issue a tender, the minimum that they have to do is set out some specificity toward what the mask should do.
In a statement to City News, a spokesperson for Education Minister Stephen Lecce said, quote, Ontario's plan for the full return to normal, stable, and enjoyable schools is fully endorsed by the Chief Medical Officer of Health and includes the continuation of access to PPE on an optional basis. The government continues to provide this optional free PPE that includes N95s for staff and high-quality cloth masks for students. Now, the tender request for the 2 million cloth masks expired last Friday. It's not clear which vendor or vendors won the contract or how much the government is paying. And yes, masking does remain optional for both students and teachers in Ontario schools.